Hello! I recently mentioned on Twitter that I have a ridiculously over-engineered storage solution for Minecraft, and I got a request to uh, show it, display what I've got. Now, the reason I need a ridiculously over-engineered storage solution is that for reasons best known to myself, I am digging a big hole for no good reason at all. Basically, this is the extent of a single level, not zoomed out map. So that's 128 by 128, and I'm planning to dig it down to bedrock. Not to put anything in it or anything, just to have a hole that's very big. Yeah. Anyway, so obviously that generates a whole bunch of stuff what needs to be stored. So I have a couple of storage towers here. I'm going to make more. So this is my cobble, and this is my dirt. And so the idea is you can just, if you want dirt, you can just take it out of here. It'll filter down. You've got all these chests in the back here. So, they gradually fill up as you take, if I take a stack of cobble out, it all starts filtering through from the other chests. So that's always going to be a nice big full chest. These indicator lights tell you how much stuff you've got. Broadly, each of those is a double chest plus a hopper full. The very top one is a chest that might not be full. That's where stuff's going into at the moment. But I don't want to go through all the time and hassle of putting cobble in here or wherever it's getting its input and putting dirt in here and so on and so forth. I want it to be automatically sorted. That's what I want. Now, originally I had my auto sorter round about here. It's more like here. And as I accumulated more and more and more stuff, I filled up more and more and more of these chests. What you aren't seeing is like there used to be hoppers connecting all of these, but I've since removed them. So I came to the conclusion that I was just going to end up digging down and down and down and down and down and down, and the contents of the chests would just be less convenient as I went down. So I had an auto sorter, and these are the remnants of it. These are the bits and pieces that I haven't moved to some other piece of storage. So obviously what I want is an auto sorter that will deliver to the inputs of these storage towers. And I came to the conclusion that what I wanted to do was have my auto sorter way up in the air, and then that way, the main reason I'm doing that is that at the moment I've got 12 levels of storage, but as you can see, I have already used up about half of that. Hello. But I've not really done half of this piece of absurdity. So I am almost certainly going to have to expand that upwards. Sit. Oh, fall in love. Oh, God. Sit. Just think. Oh, never mind. Yeah, so I'm going to have to expand this upwards. So whatever is feeding into the contents here logically needs to be very far up in the sky. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I may have a tendency to overdo these things. So, how do I get my stuff very high up in the sky? Well, I chuck it into this, which is stuck for some reason. That's entertaining. Okay. I recently had a forced update from Windows. There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted. Had a reboot. Windows rebooted on me, which is very annoying and probably caused problems. So anyway, this is a a dropper pipe. So stuff from this here chest go into this here hopper, and then go into here, and then get sent upwards pretty quickly. This is a nice little simple setup. None of this is original, by the way. This is all tutorials off YouTube, kind of glued together. So don't be too impressed. So there should be links to everything that I used. So if you want to make one of your own, then after you seek medical help, because clearly something's wrong with you, you should be able to do that. This is my emergency pipe cleaning device. I had a bit of a creeper situation up there, and I ended up with my dropper pipe being broken. So there was like a dropper way up there that everything just accumulated in, and that caused problems. So this will automatically that'll just send things up. This is a standard hopper clock. You just put an item in there that goes that one, that one, that one, that one, and that will then generate a signal which powers this. Normally it is only powered when this dropper here has something in it, and so this little setup here generates pulses. So let's go have a look up my extraordinarily long ladder. I should probably at some point make a portal up here so I don't have to take the great big long ladder journey all the time, because that's really irritating. Right, this is the auto sorter portion of things. Again, it's all off a tutorial, but that is a hopper pipe, so items getting thrown up from the dropper pipe can come up here, they just kind of mosey along there. These hoppers here, that's how things are selected. So because this is full of cobblestone, only cobblestone can come in here. This comparator, when more than 24 items is in here. Yeah, when there's 24 or more items in here. No, it is more than 24. I can't do maths. This comparator gives enough of a signal that the redstone repeater under here activates and turns off that redstone torch, and that redstone torch is currently stopping this hopper from feeding into this little hopper pipe here. So there's no cobble coming through at the minute, so nothing's happening, but there is dirt coming through at the minute, so you can see what's going on. So as things come into, in this case, that's going to have dirt in it. So as you can see, dirt's coming in and then getting dropped out. So that goes into here, down there. So you can see that going on. That feeds into, if I can, no, don't want to go that way, I will fall to my death and die. I don't like falling to my death. Falling to my death sucks. As always, when I do this kind of stuff, very high up in the sky, I fall to my death a great deal. So, once it's been sorted, it comes down to this little area. Here is another hopper clock, and that is powering that block, which powers that dropper. And that dropper here, right, this comparator, only activates when this dropper actually has stuff in it. So, and that feeds through to, to power or not power this hopper here. So in other words, when there's stuff in this hopper, in this dropper I should say, it chucks stuff out. Just want to make sure I don't get close enough that I actually start stealing. Oh no, that's still happening. Not quite sure why that occurs. Anyway, so there you go. It's spewing out dirt. Okay. I may have to build up those walls a bit more because just clearly every so often one of the bits of dirt is spewed out enough that it'll accumulate there and not go into the magic water channel. It's not very magic. It's just water on top of ice. Underneath these blocks here, that's just pure ice. But as you can see, the reason why I use ice is that the blocks will quite cheerfully go through that bit where there isn't any water because they're going so fast, and then they'll get swept off and try not to fall to my death. They then fall down here, and you might be able to see that that goes into the input hoppers of my storage towers, and this is the same for cobble. So I need to expand this. Try to do this without dying. Doop, 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 doop. Yeah, there's all this dirt kind of scaffolding is kind of meant to be temporary, but it's kind of not been temporary. Oh, where am I going? So yeah, it's not the easiest things to maintain. Like I said, I had a bit of a creeper incident, and rebuilding things was kind of entertaining. So that's holding cobble. That's holding dirt. That's coal. That is sandstone. That is sand. You notice I haven't actually got enough sand in here, but what I either need to do is come up with a handful of sand and just put enough in here. I actually think if I just put sand into the machine, this is the only place the sand will go. It'll pull the sand down. It just won't go into into the next section until there's 24 in here. That's all right. What are you? Your flint. That's gravel. And down here, this is the final kind of thing. You'll notice that there's actually nothing in this hopper here, which means that anything that is not taken by one of these will just drop through here. So this is and everything else. I will probably want to extend this and grab a few more things. Iron ore, I suspect I'm going to want to make its own thing. So I would replicate all this stuff, because this is nice and modular. You can just make another one of those, just put another one here, and then make another misc, next one on, and so on. That should be very exciting. So I can just extend off as much as I like off that direction. And that's if I need to sort different things. So let's go look at the collection. Whee! I either need to make this sufficiently good that I never need to go back up there again, or I need to make a diving board pool that I can just jump off, because ladders are teeth. Oh, bugger. I thought I had lit everything up. Death to creepers. Oh, shit. Death to creepers? Yes, death to creepers. Ha 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 ha. Take that, creeper. Right, anyway, so we won't use that ladder. That's not a very good ladder. We will use this ladder. We will attempt to use this ladder. We will fail to use this ladder because I'm incompetent. As you can see, I don't have just one hopper to collect things. I've got this line. The reason for this being that the water drop-off isn't completely like one uh, block accurate. And when I first set these up, I was getting blocks all over the place, including falling off the edge there. Um, ooh, that's entertaining. And so I made this to guarantee that I would capture all the blocks. And since then, basically, they've been falling pretty much exactly on there. Occasionally there. So those two are probably useful, and those are just wastes of wood and iron, but never mind. So yeah, that's very exciting. The basics of the storage tower are you got your chest, you got a comparator, it powers that block, and that will turn that on when there's stuff in there. It was flashing. Normally, it doesn't update quickly enough so that you can see it when stuff's raining down. But every so often, if enough blocks come through at the same time, that will light up in a very exciting way. Each of these chests are connected to the chest below it by hoppers. So, you know, the item goes in here, goes in there, down there, down there, down there, until eventually it gets to the bottom where I can pick it up. And as I add more and more stuff, these lights will light up, and then I'll have an enormous stack of dirt for all my dirt needs. I have no idea why I'd want lots and lots of dirt, but if I ever do need XP, if I ever do need lots and lots of dirt, well, I know where I can get it. So I'm kind of manually at the moment grabbing dirt from my old storage and chucking it in here. I've already, as you can tell, I've already put in a bunch of cobble. When I first set this up, I only had the one storage tower, and thus, it's not very useful to having an auto sorter which can only sort one thing, because that's not really an auto sorter. So now my auto sorter can sort between two things. I just need to make towers for sand, sandstone, gravel, flint, and misc. I might add iron ore if I can get enough iron ore, because I obviously need 24 just spare iron ore standing around to chuck in the auto sorter up in the air. So yeah, then my storage solution will largely be complete. Yeah. So there you go. One ridiculously over-engineered storage solution.